arguably the best team in the competition, Geelong, only has one thing on its mind tonight, the same thing it's had on its mind for the past 2 seasons, silverware. It wants to win everything it possibly can right now. The only question is, can a young, understrength Carlton stop this AFL juggernaut, the Cats, from heading into the NAB Cup Grand Final against Collingwood next week? To look at it more, let's head inside to Etihad Stadium to the Brownlow medalist Jared Healy, and a man who with 1,254 goals was just 46 goals short of having his name at one end of Etihad Stadium, Jason Dunstall.
Thanks, Dwayne. Well, the Blues have been super impressive in the NAB Cup thus far, with strong wins over both North Melbourne and the Hawks in the first 2 rounds. However, even though it is semi-final time, most of Carlton's big guns have been wrapped in cotton wool, leaving an inexperienced lineup to fly the flag tonight. Jared Healy, we can look at this 2 ways. Disappointment that there's a lot of stars missing, but exciting that we're going to see a lot of depth players and young players on Carlton's list in action tonight.
Jason, glass half full right at this stage, and I say that because I saw a couple of their players last week play with the full side in, and I speak of Jeffrey Garland in particular. I thought he was really good last week, but he's going to have a much tougher job because the domino theory will suggest he'll get a fair bit more pressure given that some of those stars are out. Other fellows that looking forward to seeing Chris Yarran from the Blues. We know that he's a very exciting young prospect. Got injured with his first kick in round 1 of the NAB Cup, so hopefully his form will improve. Chris Johnson's been good, the recruit from the Demons, Aaron Joseph, and Sam Jacobs. He's got a big job in the ruck ahead of him.
He certainly does. A lot of exciting players to have a look at. Geelong almost ready to make their way out onto the dome. Look, we can also name a number of stars that won't be playing for the Cats, but unlike most clubs, they've got the sort of depth that still puts out a formidable lineup as they get ready to make their way out right behind where they're positioned at the moment. You've got to fancy their chances tonight.
Well, no doubt they'll go in short price favourites. I think they're almost unbackable. I don't think anybody's taking any money on them. But look, really am pleased to see Hawkins back in the side. Some people starting to question whether he's ever going to make it. I think he's still got a massive chance to have a big impact on this competition. He's a full forward. I'll be looking forward to your commentary and assessment of him as he goes through his career.
Well, no Bartel, Selwood, Mooney, Enright, Mackie, Harley. But as we mentioned, still a very strong lineup. They will start short price favourites. Tom Hawkins, we've highlighted him there, as well as Steve Johnson and Moles, who are the designated substitutes. But Tom Hawkins is a big job for him.
It is. He's had the stress fracture. He's had problems. He had limited preparation, but he is ready to go, hopefully. Looking forward to seeing West also in the ruck, a guy they've had just storing away in the Geelong seconds team.
Well, in preparation for round 1, the Blues have rested Judd, Favola, Murphy, Gibbs, Waite, Simpson, Scotland and Walker. What are you looking for in this lineup tonight?
I'm just looking forward to seeing how the young fellows go under pressure. Hadley's a Brisbane Lions premiership player. He'll get a role in the middle of the ground. He'll tag one of their many top-line midfielders, Geelong, but really this is just all about competitiveness for the Blues and how the young blokes stand up against a near premiership side.
So footy al fresco tonight, roof open here at Etihad Stadium. And we're hoping for a tight contest, both teams with a lot of players out. And when you have a look at the lineups, Geelong with 2 rookies playing tonight, Carlton with 6 rookies, so 8 rookie players all up. But 12 players in the lineups tonight in total that have never played a senior home and away game. And strangely enough, we talk about Carlton being depleted. Well, Geelong has 6 players with no home and away experience, and Carlton has 6. Tom Hawkins back in the lineup for the Cats, and Matty Scarlett as well, a 4-time All-Australian fullback. So some big guns coming back, as well as Gary Ablett for Geelong this week for the semi-final. And we're underway. Try and find a winner to play Collingwood next week. Cruiser with the opening 3. Thornton heads wide, Cloak. Hands to it. Taylor, good spoil. Hunt. Chapman. Taylor. Milburn. Injured last week against Port Adelaide, but took his place tonight. Darren Milburn. Ling. Taylor. Tenace. Taylor. Tenace through traffic. They keep it alive. It's McKenna. Knocked off it. And now Taylor again, although that kick not so good. Blues can put some pressure on here. Joel Corey, 2-time best and fairest, won it last year ahead of Ablett and Bartel, another outstanding season. To Scarlett, Burns, Lee, trademark Geelong, straight down the middle, over the head of Hawkins, peeling back, Ablett lurking in the forward line. The magician, can he start well? Oh, you betcha!
Well, we've come to expect that every time he gets near the ball, he lights the field up, Gary Ablett. He just, a little bit of a shake of the hips. He's got a young opponent in Joseph Gerrard, who we've already seen do some good jobs in the NAB Cup, but he wasn't quite sure which way he was going. At ground level, nearly unstoppable, Gary Ablett.
Well, that puts Joseph in good company. Most of the small defenders in the league have got no idea which way he's going. He did quite well last week early in the piece on Cyril Rioli. This is another step up.
Did hear someone say once that when his father was playing that you don't own magic, it just flows through you for a while. And boy, is it flowing through Gary Ablett Jr. right now. Opening goal to the Cats. West in the ruck, Ablett now in the middle hand. Owns the footy at the moment. Sweeping handball, Chapman. Gee, they're alive, Geelong early. Rook, goal square. Gets the back of the foot on it. Through for a behind.
Secondly with Matthew Cruiser in the ruck, Jason. We'll get some vision of it perhaps at half-time as Rook has a soccer attempt at goal on the outside of the foot. Looks at the man rather than looking at the ball when he goes for the jump.
Jamison dangerously short. Hadley just crept through trade week through the shadows of the Judd trade a year ago and now playing some regular footy for Carlton.
Probably got to make his mark this year, Dwayne, after getting an opportunity in a couple of games last season. This is his year to really establish himself.
Cruiser, Garlett, Cloak. Nice movement to Blues, to full forward. No Fev. And that's a thump deliberately across the boundary line by the man that Mark Thompson said might actually take his place round one. Dan McKenna, yet to play a home and away game. Played all 3 NAB Cup games, though, for the Cats.
Interesting choice, the double fist when he could have caught the ball.
Take no chances, perhaps, when you're placing the team is on the line. Hunt, Tenace, and they got it from David Johnson initially and might go back. Spear pass, tough one to mark for Hawkins. Well played, Austin. Now the Blues a chance again. Wide lead, though, from Hampson. Thumped away, chopped his arms. So Sean Hampson, the free, just inside 50. It'll only be 6. If he has a crack from there, tough kick.
Right now the possessions are 25 to Geelong to 11 to Carlton, but I reckon Geelong had 15 possessions in one effort to get the ball outside defensive 50. And we saw that multitude of handballs, ended up with a Gary Ablett goal, but took a lot of work to get it out.
So they've got some height about their structure, Carlton, haven't they? You mentioned Cruiser starting in the ruck. Sean Hampson started at full forward. They'll obviously alternate, and he'll spend plenty of time in the ruck. You've got Cameron Cloak at centre-half forward, so 3 virtual ruckmen out on the ground.
Taylor, Hunt, Burns, and now Lonergan. Good movement, the Cats. One-on-one, Hawkins. Hands to it, Jamison, fist, Hawkins, boundary line. Get a ball in.
I think he's a player with a lot of expectation at Carlton. Jamison, they're a huge rap for him. He's starting to grow into that fullback position. He's strong. He's not huge by defensive standards, but I think he's going to be the sort of player they can build a defence around.
Austin ran in to a big tackle from Tom Hawkins, who's playing his first game of the season for the Cats tonight. 10-game, 13-goal season last year. Hasn't played in either of the Cats' 2 grand finals, Tom Hawkins. Russell. Wobbly kick off the boot. Got a little fingernail on the way through. Tackle laid by McKenna on Wiggins. Hadley to Cruiser. And now Yaron back into the team this week after rolling an ankle and missing last week. Couldn't find the target, found Scarlett.